Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4, Return to the Golden Age of Greece, and we are intervening in the Libyan-African conflict, which has gained a lot of support from Libya. However, it did put a dip into our popularity. We got, I think, a statement from the press. I think it was either the Women's Rights Foundation or the Families Foundation that supported us there and gave us a nice bump. We were down to like 91% there. So there was a lot of fighting in the cities. We were able to capture a number of Libyan cities from the Libyan Democratic Forces. Right there. Oh, I just missed it. I missed it. There it is. Okay. So we took down some of their numbers, but they still seem to be making a pretty good comeback, though. Had a lot of advice on the channel past couple days, and I appreciate all the advice. I love hearing all the different recommendations and any types of debates on the channel. Always fun. And I almost feel like I have like a bunch of advisors, and I'm taking your advice. But I don't think I'm going to take, every piece of advice from everybody. I'm sorry. I will try to do my best. But I am going to probably modify a lot of things what people say. I'm going to take some suggestions, and others are going to probably... I might do things a little more gradually than some people might like. So, our forces are here in blue, along the coast, infantry. I'm going to actually withdraw from this conflict against the Libyan Democratic Forces. And that's going to be trying to save some popularity points here. There's refugees. A lot of the fighting is causing refugees. We set up a camp here, but it doesn't look like anyone went to the camp. So they all seem to be going west, probably to camps located over here in Libya. I am going to pull out of the conflict with the Libyan Democratic Forces. I'm going to pull my troops out and eventually pull my tanks out. But I think I'm going to continue to intervene, probably engaging against the other forces here. Oh, I can't find them. No. Where are they? Right down there. There we go. Total Jihad forces, and this was a suggestion by I Am Kalmari. And taking your suggestion, I'm not going to fight any more of the Libyan Democratic Forces, but I am going to start moving against the Total Jihad. However, right now, I think I'm going to end up restricting my movement against the Total Jihad to airstrikes and cruise missile strikes. Speaking of cruise missiles, where are my cruisers? Oh, they went back. All the cruisers went back? I don't remember ordering them going back. Anyways, we're going to keep them engaged in the conflict. Let's move into the southern Mediterranean. I don't know what... they don't label the the seas here. This is almost the Gulf of Tripoli, I want to say. I don't remember what this body of water is. But we're going to move our 35 cruisers there, and I have an airbase here with drones, 3 drones, and 55 fighters that will be able to stay active and probably engage the Total Jihad forces when I see them, which does seem to be winning points. Fight against terrorism, we're getting points for that. Also, I'm assuming that going to war with the Total Jihad might actually maintain good relations with all the other countries around the world that are fighting the Total Jihad. I'm assuming that might be possible, which will help me maintain good relations with the United States and European countries, hopefully. Also, in the Syrian conflict, I haven't intervened directly yet, but I am supporting the Kurdish forces. Again, Kurdistan. Kurds are a minority in northern Syria, Iraq, and southwestern Turkey. Turkey is a rival country with hostilities. They are part of NATO with us, but there is a possibility of a looming crisis between them. It's always possible, but again, being part of NATO, not probable. But we're going to continue to fight them indirectly by supporting Kurdish forces. in Syria, Iraq. If these guys gain independence, there's a good chance they might go ahead and support the Turkish Kurds, which we do have agents in Turkey right now, I believe, but their primary goal is political spying. With political spying, the objective is to find some sort of dirt or something against the country that I could bring before the United Nations Security Council and get a resolution against them. But that's something I would hold on to until the moment was right. And once I do find out that dirt, I'll probably just, file it away somewhere. Something like they might be developing nuclear weapons, or they might be supporting rebel forces in another country. Alright, if I find that, I tuck that away, I file it for when I need it, and I start supporting these Turkish Kurds in an attempt to see if we can break a region off of Turkey and weaken them. So that is the general strategy, and I'm pulling my ground troops out of Libya so we can avoid the negative items we've been getting here. Where was it? Deaths abroad, that was negative. And there was some warmongering claims out there. There's statements in the press against this. So, warmongering and deaths abroad. Casualty was, I think we're up to like 799. So, it's time to pull these guys out. Save some money and invest more in probably research and education. Who was that? Sky Devil recommended that we focus more on the economy and education. Also, Hugo Bautista has a lot of recommendations on the channel there in the last video, which I'm starting to move towards. I'm probably not going to do them all right away, and I might just save a couple for the campaign that's coming up. No, that's the wrong. I'm not in diplomacy. I want to go into elections. Yeah, there's going to be a re-election campaign coming up in about 2 years. So I'm going to have to save some of those items for that. Right now, again, the economy is going pretty well. Oops, 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 there it is. No, that's not what I want. No, don't do that. Okay. Inflation's still high. Unemployment is down to below 6%. Growth is up. Ooh, yeah, I might have to do something to try to slow down that growth. We'll see what happens. I'm probably just gonna play this out to the end of the quarter. And the one law that didn't pass was the renewal of head of state mandate. No, that's not it. The length of head of state's term. We had it going for 6. We'll see if I can pull 5. That should pass. The last one was at 50.04. My political party fully supports it. Looks like we got a little bit more support this time around with extending it to 5 years, but that will still extend our power. So I think it's a good move on my part. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that, and we'll try to see if we can get 5 years instead of 6. And I think that's probably going to be after those elections. These are congressional elections too, and I assume Congress. Oh, that's interesting. So, congressional elections elect the head of state. We'll have to find out how that works, and then we might have to make some adjustments afterwards. But as of right now, we're moving our fleet back into the Mediterranean, and we're pulling our troops out. Tanks are being pulled out. These tanks are staying here for the moment. And we just passed a law that improves purchasing power, but caused some demonstration. Whoa, all across the country demonstrations. Oh my god. Good god, what is going on here?
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
My popularity is over 100.
The demonstrators intend to send a powerful signal of their opposition to the government.
Wow, 8,100.
We have no serious incidents to report. The procession.
United Center Left Group. Is that because of the tax, or is it because of my attempt to expand my term? National Troubles doesn't really confirm what that is. That's insanity. Let's see how this plays out. No violent uprisings. Our fleet is deploying. And we're pulling troops back. I do not know. Where are they going? Who are these guys? I'm going to pull them back. Turn them around. Turn those forces around and... oh boy. Difficult situation here. Care of refugees is booming.
We are paying a very heavy tribute to this conflict.
Total casualties 1,200. That is a lot.
Our governmental cell informed
Oh,
me
nice.
that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential.
Kosovo.
According to
Reconnaissance
calculations, using transactional
of the
knowledge,
minister. Here we go. That's a nice target. If we can get Kosovo. Let's pull some of these troops out. What do I got here? Pull them back. 15,000. I'll probably want to send 15,000 back north. Time to withdraw. Public finance is looking really good. Taxation. $7 billion excess. That was with that that big tax increase. The big windfall from the tax improvement that we had there with the value-added taxes bumping up to 24%, which is the level that Hugo Batista recommends. He also recommends me cutting the income tax another percentage point, increasing taxes on large fortunes. I'm not sure I'm there yet. That would work well with warmongering. So that would work well with the communist ideology, but I'm not sure it's what I want to do. I'm worried about rich people leaving the country. Inheritance tax. He wants that up to 30%. That's something I'm going to hold on to for later in case I need it as something to appease the left-wing parties. There we go.
Undoubtedly, you will.
Good. Another recommendation is employee Social Security payments up to 11.5. That's something I would definitely want to campaign on. Oh wait, no, I don't want to campaign on that. I'm not going to campaign on that. But yeah, that could probably slow down the growth, I guess. And then there was a couple other things he said there. Turnover tax up to 5%. And increase the number of scientists and research funding. And I'm going to do that right now. Ooh, look at this.
Our governmental cell informed me that it has had the
Nice.
opportunity-
We've got informants all over the place. Company turnover tax 5%. I'm not going to do that yet. Although that would bring in a lot more money. Inflation is still rising. Right now, it's time to hire more scientists and pay them more money. Let's go into research. Research. And I think I'm going to go for matter sciences. If you look under the science tree, matter sciences seems to have an effect on a lot of different categories here. So matter sciences is going to be the one. I looked at that before, and they seem to have impact almost the most categories, and that's not really that much money, is it? So let's go ahead and confirm that. And hire another 1,000 scientists. 23 million. That's about $200 million I spent there on improving science. Another 1,000 scientists and fully funding matter science research. Alright, so maybe we'll get some discoveries coming our way. That might enhance our economy and other things. Alright, I'm going to try to end this conflict here. Public sector research. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone loves us. Okay. Happiness declines. I'm going to try to pull out of this conflict. Now where do I go for that? Military operations. Proposed peace treaty abroad. The Libyan Democratic Forces. Let's go ahead and send that and see if they agree to a peace. And after that, I'll probably start a war against the total jihad. I wonder what this pulling out of the conflict. I'm curious what it will do to my Libyan relations. Which last time, this is what really pissed me off. I was hoping that the Libyans would at least agree to give me access to their country and maybe allow me to build a couple bases so I can use it as a sort of platform to launch invasions into Egypt and maybe Algeria. What do we got here? Setting an example. Maybe that's something I could campaign on. They refused. Alright, well, there's not much I can do about that. If they refuse, then I still gotta fight. So, the best thing to do would be to end the fight quickly, I guess. And let's send those 7,000 troops into that city. And we're just gonna have to try to put an end to this as quickly as possible. There's other... What do they have here? Their numbers are back almost up to 4,000. That's the only city they have left in the north. They're controlling that oil field, but I don't think it's producing anything. They also have a city down there. And I think that's the extent of their holdings. So if we capture this city and the one to the south, I'm hoping that's it for them. I haven't spotted any more bases. Let's do a drone flyby reconnaissance mission over the desert there, and we'll see if there's any Libyan rebel bases that we can hit. So we can't get ourselves out of the conflict. We are embedded in this quagmire. It's like Vietnam. No, not like Vietnam. It's different from Vietnam, but similar. Here comes our drone. I wonder what the drone looks like. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Not the best graphics in the world, but still kind of cool. Bargain concluded with Minister of Youth in Iraq. We now have an informant in Iraq. I should go ahead and capture that the oil field with the tanks that I have there. What are those, Libyan tanks? Looks like Libyan tanks have arrived on the scene. And 7,000 troops moving into the city. Let's move these tanks a little close. I don't think I want to move my tanks into the city necessarily, unless there are armored trucks or tanks in the city. Still have some troops here. The drone did not spot any bases. But we are now occupying the city, and there seems to be a fight here over that city. Alright. What do we have here? There's no armored trucks, it's only infantry. And it doesn't look like it's a lot of infantry. So let's move our troops into the bank. We're going to end this fight as quickly as possible. We got the bank. Good. Take the museum. You guys go for the police station. Okay, let's get here on the ground. Look at some of the combat. Ooh, man. Took them out quickly. Parliament building.
Our infiltrated
Egyptian cell is operational. Very good. Alright. Military headquarters is next. And this city is just about ours. Regional Parliament building. Finish off this military headquarters, and that is it. Whoa! What are those? Like lasers or almost something like that. That's crazy. Alright, we took some losses there probably. But we took the city. And now the Libyan Democratic Forces are out of the north. Oh, there's a base. Alright, time to launch an airstrike. A couple bases. Okay. So, we'll fire a cruise missile strike from our cruisers on that base. And then we'll call in an airstrike on this base. And the numbers we're looking at, 3,600, 82 pickup trucks, 73 tanks, 60 mercenaries. Let's see what the impact of these airstrikes are. Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
The governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential.
This is the country I want to invade.
According to my calculations, using
Alright, let's find some dirt on those guys. And I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I am over 20 minutes here. Sorry I keep them at 20 minutes. I don't want them to go too long as far as videos are concerned. 20 minutes seems like a good time. You guys can let me know what you think about that too in the comments. As well as anything else. Advice, consolation. It's always fun to hear. Again, like the video if you did, please, and share it with others. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.